They're doing a good job there. That's far more than I expected to happen. And they're doing 3 supports, vertical supports on each truss as well. They've done 3 here already. You can see 1, 2, 3. Oh, I'm just pointing up into the sun here and tripping over everything on the ground. They've done all their little strengtheners. You can just see 1 there and 1 there. I explained about that before. They've done them all on this side as well. At this joint here, where the weld is just at an angle with the ring beam, so there's really no surface being welded, so they put these strengtheners in, which is very good. That's something I didn't expect. And they've done the supports for what will be the board going down the side and the guttering. So I've put a little piece of metal coming down here, you see, a tiny little piece of metal to give a flat face to fix onto, and I was wondering how they were going to do that. So they've done a good job here, and I have to say that I've really had nothing to do with it other than deciding the height of the roof itself and the shape, which we decided on to make it easier for them to make. And they've just cracked on and done it, and they've done things really better than I would have expected. So I'm very pleased with that. We've got extra strength in the roof, and it's going to be a light roof anyway. The heaviest part is actually the frame itself. And we've got 7 lengths of rebar cage formed now, so they'll be able to quickly make the rebar ground ring beam connecting all the posts, now that they've done that work. Because all they've got to do basically is drill the posts, insert the rebar, cut it to the right length and form a shape around it for the concrete. So they'll probably get all that done in a day. Right, sit down for some coffee and fruit. Well, I'm pleased to say that the roof covering has arrived. We went out last evening and ordered it just before they were closing at 5 o'clock, and mid-morning the following day it's arrived. We've gone for a grey metal with 2 centimetres of foam insulation lined in silver underneath it. Where we were buying, that's the maximum depth of foam insulation that we can get. I know that some people say that to get proper insulation you need 5 centimetres or possibly more, but this is a modest house on a relative budget. St is very aware of the costs, and so this is what we've gone for. The basic price of this roofing works out at 295 baht per square metre. So that's for the metal, and then they attach or spray the PVU foam onto the back. The total costs of this load here is in excess of 83,000 baht. Quite a surprise to us, actually. We were given the impression when we went to the shop before that it would be about half that, but I think we had a misunderstanding as to what question we were asking, what answer we were given. because it seems like when we asked about the foam, we were told how much the actual foam was per square metre rather than the foam and the metal. Anyway, I jollied along with Suntory to the shop with 40,000 baht in my pocket, expecting the roofing to be about 36 and then the odds and ends to be, you know, 3 or 4,000. It turned out the roofing was 68,000 and the extras, which are the trims and board for each end of the roof, which Suntory ordered from there because it was a bit cheaper, and the fixings took it up from 68 to 83.5. So the other largest bill we've had in this build was when we ordered the steel for the roof and the posts. So what you can see there constructed now, excluding labour, was about 80,000 baht, and now the roof's going to be 80,000 as well. Sweaty car. So something different. We've just been to a DIY shop to get bits for the house, and on the way back Suntory wants to check out a couple of pigs that are for sale. This is what I would describe as a typical Thai village house. A right bloody state. Poor state of repair and a bit of a mess generally. So they've got some chickens in here. Here we go.
That the boy, it is a girl, they are so young.
Okay, this is a young female.
แล้วจะเอาไปไหนวะเนี่ย
เอาไปแบบไหนผมเลี้ยงแบบธรรมชาติ
And that other one is a young male.
จะจับยังไงจับใส่ข้อจับ
ผมไม่มีอุปกรณ์ด้วยตอนแรกด้วยกินผักบุ้งนะครับกินแบบอาหารธรรมชาติ
So these are they're akin to wild pigs, wild boars really, and they're both youngsters. I'm not sure how large they grow, but I don't think they grow very much larger than they do now. This guy's got a couple of tanks with fish in, big catfish, and apparently this part is for frogs. Oh yeah, I can see some. I can see some really big frogs in there. There's one there. Oh, there's an eel. There's an eel in there as well.
Fish.
Like a fish, yeah.
Fish. Okay.
Yeah.
Fish frog กบกับปลาดุกครับพี่จริงๆกบมันเยอะนะครับพี่มันซ่อนอยู่ในบล็อกครับ